Welcome everybody to my channel Mac Top 10. Thomas Cruise Mapother IV, born July 3, 1962, known professionally as Tom Cruise, is an American actor and producer. One of the world's highest paid actors, he has received various accolades, including an honorary Palme d'Or and 3 Golden Globe Awards, in addition to nominations for 3 Academy Awards. His films have grossed over $4 billion in North America and over $11.1 billion worldwide, too, making him one of the highest-grossing box office stars of all time. The Tom Cruise movie might as well be its own genre. When you sit down to watch a Tom Cruise film, there are things you know you'll see. Running really fast? He's also had a fascinating career, one that began with a series of roles that dialed into his charisma and confidence as an upstart, before moving into more nuanced character dramas, and then into blockbuster spectacle. And through all those career modes, there's a sense of sincerity in the stories being told and the characters being brought to life, one that, today, finds him pushing the limits of on-screen action further than most thought possible. Following is the list of his 10 best performances in movies. 10. Mission Impossible. When Brian De Palma first brought 60s spy series Mission Impossible to the big screen in the mid-90s, with Cruise producing as well as starring, it wasn't yet an action juggernaut. The height of spectacle here is an exploding fish tank, or the helicopter in a train tunnel chase, which perhaps began Cruise's fondness for clinging to speeding vehicles. But the DNA of the ultimate Tom Cruise franchise all comes from this first entry. 9. Minority Report. If you know someone's about to commit a crime, can you punish them before they do it? That's the naughty question at the heart of Minority Report, which saw Cruise team up with the one and only Steven Spielberg for a gritty, no-Irish thriller with a lot on its mind. Cruise as John Anderton, an officer in the pre-crime unit of 2054, which uses the visions of 3 psychic siblings, the precogs, to proudly reduce the murder rate in Washington, D.C. to 0. 8. The Color of Money. Released in the same year as the original Top Gun, this lesser-known Martin Scorsese banger is absolutely the former's equal in displaying the young Cruise's prodigious talent, captivating charisma, and cocksure confidence. His pool hall wizard Vince, so self-adoring that he literally walks around in a t-shirt with his own name on it, simply cannot help showing off, broadcasting his considerable skills with a cue for all to see, even if it means imploding the hustling scheme he's cooked up with Paul Newman's veteran Fast Eddie. 7. Collateral. Silver-haired, super-focused, and stalking through the shadows of an LA night, Cruise's Vincent, we never learn his last name, is one of the actor's great assholes. A tunnel-visioned assassin who drags Jamie Foxx's reluctant and good-natured cabbie, Max, into a night of murderous mayhem, Michael Mann style. 6. Top Gun. Maverick. A sequel 36 years in the making, besieged by pandemic-induced release date delays. With a brand new writer and director on board, and the follow-up to one of the most beloved action movies of a generation? Top Gun. Maverick had a lot to prove. Incredibly, it soars higher, faster and even more full throttle than anyone could have predicted. 5. Mission Impossible, Fallout. Frankly, multiple spots in a list of Tom Cruise's greatest movies could be filled by Mission Impossible films. To do so, as we've chosen not to, would perhaps overwhelm the sheer variety of the rest of his career, but in a way, Mission is Cruise's career. With each passing entry, the saga became a stunt-filled action masterclass in which its leading man goes to greater and greater lengths to bring visceral thrills to the masses, and no Mission film exemplifies that better than Fallout. 4. A Few Good Men. Among all the Tom Cruise legal thrillers of the 90s, A Few Good Men stands tallest. His Lieutenant Daniel Kaffee, a naval lawyer more interested in baseball than his own cases, begins the film as a smarmy pencil pusher. But that all changes when he's handed the case of a Marine killed in Guantanamo Bay, and discovers corruption in the armed forces that will all too easily be covered up. 3. Magnolia. As legend has it, Paul Thomas Anderson wrote the part of Frank T.J. Mackey for Cruise after visiting him on Stanley Kubrick's demanding Eyes Wide Shut set, and deciding that the actor needed to let loose. What fun Cruise would have as Mackey. This cocksure, cock-respecting self-help sex guru struts and shouts and thrusts. Yes, there's all of that. 2. Edge of Tomorrow. One of the biggest blockbuster surprises of 2014, Edge of Tomorrow, or Live Die Repeat, as it was later marketed, gave us a different shade of Cruise as action star, his Lieutenant William Cage as a smarmy, cowardly PR guy when we meet him, only growing into an elite soldier through the repetitive, Groundhog Day-inspired, video game-esque nature of Doug Liman's explosive sci-fi thriller. 1. Jerry Maguire. Like many Cruise films, Jerry Maguire has got so many memorable moments and one-liners that they've almost become more famous than the film itself. Bet the brouhaha over, you complete me, or, show me the money. Masks one of Cruise's best, and most emotional, films. Meshing perfectly with writer-director Cameron Crowe, at his most Billy Wilderian. Jerry Maguire is an often heartwarming, often inspirational, often deeply romantic tale of a cynical sports agent, Cruise at his most winning, who has an epiphany, and begins to hunt around for something akin to a soul.